Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Kim Site doing another segment of Mind My Money. So today's segment of Mind My Money, what I just want to talk about is, so like typically like throughout the week or like once a week or a few times throughout the week, y'all have a conversation with my boy Motown. Shout out to my bro Motown. I know I shout him out in multiple videos, but I know like this video is very relatable to one of the topic I'm about to talk about. And this weekend, y'all went to this event hosted by Sade's Trap and Paint. She does a lot of great events, y'all, and she's pretty much up and coming out, and she allow artists just to put their art on their own platform. And it's the venues at GH Design Studio where I had my birthday party at, and I know I've been to a few events there, so big shout out to them. But I was having a conversation with the DJ. Her name is E or L. Hope I'm saying it correctly. I know she's called something else, but shout out to her. And I just want to talk about like this video, how it relates to all these things. And I'm talking about with generational curses. And there was a video by Inky Johnson that I seen this morning, and it was pretty much saying unbecoming. And what he was saying with unbecoming is how it's like how important it is to grow, because he's just pretty much saying is like that's the ultimate growth of like how like you able to see like things that you didn't do or like you don't want to do, and how it could break barriers. And I know like for us as like African Americans, like unbecoming is something that like it's a very uncomfortable thing to do, and it's a very challenging thing. And that's one of the things that Elle and I was just having a conversation about, just that like how like you've learned so many things in your past, and how difficult it is that like you can't like that you want to break those changes, because I know like things like such as financial and mental and other the general health things, they're very uncomfortable. And just like I know like for instance like how we eat, like yeah, we've been told like eating certain foods it's like it's good for you, but now like unbecoming that, like saying like hey, just knowing the fact that like this is not good for me and I can't do these things anymore, or just like going out and just drinking all the time and stuff like that, and instead of like dealing with your problems head on, like those things are very difficult to do, like just to break those curses. And just like talking to my bro Motown, like how we always had these conversations, was like how we just say like man, like it's hard to really like to to break through, because people have a certain way of life that they've been living their whole life, and now all of a sudden we want to tell them like hey, this way wasn't the right way to do it. This way is toxic. This way is not good for you. So like how do we do that? And just like the first step that I always notice of like unbecoming, or like the first step of becoming something better and something greater, is basically acknowledging that this step, the things that we are doing is wrong, or the things that I am doing, or the things that we have in perception of is wrong. And that hurts. It's painful. That's to pretty much tell yourself like, hey, what I've been doing these past 20 years, these past 30 years, these past 40 years, it's not correct, and I got to fix it. But that's the ultimate. But that's what like what Inky Johnson said. That's the ultimate form of growth, is just acknowledging it and then just working on it. And then also another thing that he pretty much was talking about in the video was just like accomplishment. Like when you unbreak those things and you unbecome those things, one of the ways how you unbecome them is just through accomplishment. And I could just think about like when I was in college, like my freshman year, I used to just like, and like throughout my life, like especially when I was in high school and stuff like that, I used to have my pants sagging and stuff like that. I used to like wanted to give off the thug. Like, I'm from from around the way, but I thought like giving up the thug persona and the thug look is the way how you could get attention. But then when I started to learn was like just like after my freshman year of college and just being around other successful people, is you don't have to always give that persona. You don't always have to give that look just to be just to be someone. And so like I just changed that image about myself, and I know there's other things that I changed about myself that's to unbecoming those things. And it's a lot, and I pertain that to the fact that like I was able to see a lot throughout my years of college, just as going on trips and just seeing a lot of business people. And I could say that like also like us as black people, like we might not have trust for other races just because like we haven't been able to been exposed to a lot. And I say like exposure because I feel like that's the biggest thing of like how you unbecome something, just being exposed to other things and just being able to see other things in life. And like that's the ultimate testament of like you unbecoming to become something. And so like I said, y'all, like this unbecoming and just challenging things and challenging these barriers in life or these generational curses in life, it is it's very difficult. So like I know if someone probably is gonna watch this video be like, yeah, I'm going through the same thing, or it's like, yeah, I had to learn like these behaviors that I was doing wasn't correct, and that me challenging, you know, my lifestyle, but the ones around me lifestyle is very difficult. And so that's all I just want to talk about. This video kind of in between. It's a medium sized video, but it's still a good video. I hope somebody be able to like this. But with all that is being said, y'all, this is Kim Side doing another segment of My Mondays.